The air in the room of requirement was thick with tension. The blue flames of fiendfire spread mercilessly, consuming shelves and forgotten treasures. Just a few feet away, Bellatrix Lestrange, the most loyal follower of Lord Voldemort, stood triumphant, laughing like a madwoman. "Come on, Potter, is that all you've got?" Bellatrix sneered. Harry, gasping for breath, felt the anger boiling in his veins. Bellatrix had killed Sirius, his godfather, his only family. The image of Sirius's body falling through the veil in the Department of Mysteries burned in his mind. His entire being screamed for vengeance. Then, the forbidden curse crossed his mind. Avada Kedavra. A whisper echoed in his head. "No, Harry, don't do it." But his trembling hands pointed his wand at Bellatrix. "Avada Kedavra!" Harry roared in fury. A blinding green light filled the room. Bellatrix barely had time to open her eyes in surprise before collapsing to the ground. Dead. Her laughter was silenced forever. The silence that followed was deafening. "Harry, you killed her," Neville Longbottom said, shocked. Harry lowered his wand, still in shock. "I did it for Sirius. I couldn't let her live," Harry said in a low, broken voice. But something changed in that instant. The curse had not only killed Bellatrix, it had also killed something inside Harry. The line between good and evil, between justice and vengeance, had blurred. When Voldemort felt Bellatrix's death, a roar of fury echoed in his mind. She was more than a follower. She was his confidant, his most loyal ally. Her loss enraged him, but it also made him more cautious. In the Great Hall of Hogwarts, where the final battle was raging, Voldemort appeared with renewed coldness. He wasted no time on games or speeches. His sole objective was to kill Harry Potter. "You've crossed a line, Harry. You're no different from me now." Voldemort said coldly. "I will never be like you," Harry replied defiantly. But his words rang hollow. Even Hermione and Ron looked at him differently. Their expressions showed fear, not admiration. The confrontation between Harry and Voldemort was brutal, without mercy, without hesitation. Harry didn't just use defensive spells, he cast dark curses he'd never considered before. When the final spell, Expelliarmus, met Voldemort's Avada Kedavra, the Elder Wand changed its allegiance, and the Dark Lord fell dead. The battle was over, but the price Harry paid was incalculable. With Voldemort dead and Bellatrix defeated, the wizarding world breathed a sigh of relief. But something had changed in their perception of Harry Potter. Rumors began to circulate. Harry Potter, the Chosen One, used an unforgivable curse, witches and wizards whispered. The magical community, which had once revered him, now viewed him with suspicion. At the Ministry of Magic, Kingsley Shacklebolt defended Harry, arguing that it had been an act of war. But others, like Percy Weasley, insisted that no one, not even Harry, was above the law. "You can't justify what you did, Harry," Hermione said seriously. "And what would have happened if I hadn't done it? How many more would have died?" Harry responded, desperate. Over time, Harry withdrew from public life. He moved to a remote house in Godric's Hollow, far from curious eyes and the whispers of the Wizarding Society. He became a solitary figure, haunted by his choices. One night, Ginny visited him. She sat silently next to him, watching the fire crackle in the hearth. "Do you ever regret it?" Ginny asked softly. "I don't know if what I did was right, but I know I couldn't have done anything else," Harry replied, his voice melancholic. "You're not alone, Harry. You never will be," Ginny said. Harry gave a small smile, but his eyes still reflected the shadow of his actions. If Harry Potter had cast the Avada Kedavra curse on Bellatrix Lestrange, he would have saved many lives that day. But he also would have lost a part of himself. The wizarding world would have known peace, but they would always remember that even the purest hero is capable of falling to the temptation of dark arts. And Harry Potter, the boy who lived, would carry that decision with him for the rest of his days.